All right.
Okay, I'm
Hey, guys.
recording.
We're here to play some D&D. That's what we're gonna do today. I'm
Poggy.
canceling the character perspective because you know
Oh
I kind of can't get into character right
I'm
now.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all fine. It's all
no! I
good.
blame Jamie.
Yeah, I blame Jamie
I'm
too.
sorry.
I blame Jamie 100%. Maybe I can still do it. Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Ask Kalari to slap you.
Ooh, that's just gonna make me laugh harder.
Honestly, that's not the worst thing you could have said in
I'm
response
dying.
to that.
Okay. Now I have to go look at the note of what it was supposed to be. I don't even remember anymore.
You know, it's good to laugh sometimes.
Proof.
Oh, let me go get
Citation
you.
needed.
Let me go get you guys on here. Cause oh wait, no, that's not the thing. This is the thing. All right, cool. Okay, I do want to point out to everybody that you're allowed to mark up this map however you wish. Oh, and I need to add something to the map.
Alright.
You should have said
I
that.
don't know
Here
if that
comes the
was how
penguin.
you should have worded that.
There would immediately be a death
Hey,
comment
hey, this
if
is
there
this is your
Several
map,
players
all
I
right?
know.
I have my own map.
Yeah, there's
Ah.
yeah. The way that they're structured, there's like 2 maps.
The only thing I'm doing or like, you know, adding on is the places that you've been and places that you are trying to go to if you have like a location. I see. I'm surprised it wasn't Dick Butt, honestly.
Oh no, I
Or
hate
not.
Dick Butt.
That's the line.
Yes.
The line? No, it wasn't
No,
the
it's 'cause
line. I'm just
I have an ex-girlfriend who like loved it for some fucking reason.
Oh yes, Alex's girlfriend that was obsessed with Dick Butt.
It was not me.
I said
Alright.
X. I said
Yeah.
X. You're not my. We're not
Interesting.
I
broken
mean,
up.
technically, yes, because I'm not your fiance, so I'm not your girlfriend anymore, so.
So
You're
you
my
are,
girlfriend still.
Alicia, are you obsessed with Dick Butt?
No!
okay. I'm gonna need you to move the Poggies ooh ooh because that actually has a thing.
Well,
Poggy's
this
a
is
little-
our map. We can draw wherever we
Wait.
want. You said.
All
Oh, no.
right. Well, I'm gonna put it on the map now. Here we
Chaos.
go. There we go. There you go.
Thanks.
Deal with it now.
Oh, the cookie.
Poggy.
All right. Well, you no longer know where you are anymore.
I can't get there we go. I'm sorry. I misdeleted.
Energy
It's
tonight.
fine. Hold on.
What do you mean just
Maybe
tonight?
I can just bring it back.
It's not always though.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Always.
Oh, stop doing that, Chris. You're bringing back stuff that I got rid of.
Okay. All right.
What are
Well,
you drawing?
no more Alec, I guess.
Invisible penis. I see it.
Yes, you can see it, but some people can't.
What?
Oh my god.
What happened? Oh, someone drew something and I can't see it, huh? That's what's going on. Okay. All right.
You will never know, Chris. It's a secret penis you'll never find.
All right.
Oh my god.
Fine.
Fucking cruel.
Fine. It's all right. You know, this is my lot in life. Never find the secret penis.
I'm sorry.
I
for your
I
loss.
hope this wasn't recording because
Oh, it is.
okay, that's the name of our
It's already wrote down.
all right.
Fuck.
Whew.
All right, yeah, the character perspective is not happening. It's just
I'm sorry.
not happening.
No, it's a.
All right, so
at this
last
point,
time,
it's not your fault.
last time in D&D, the party had decided to enter what they know as the Cragmaw hideout. They had just finished clearing out some of the goblins and had returned to find Milo, who had been struck by a tree, but had met up with the party and headed back in to go fight the mysterious bugbear who was an asshole. So, guys went in there. Guys decided to dispatch him pretty handily after a series of honestly hilarious events. One being, some people couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if it was right in front of them, and others being just spontaneously turned into a sheep.
I forgot.
I'm gonna cry.
That
We call that
yeah.
DFP.
Oh, what?
DFP. If you know, you know.
I don't.
I don't
And
wanna.
I'm scared.
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
But Jeremy's losing it, so.
Alright. Are we done?
The second you ask that, it's gonna start up again.
I'm gonna meet
And
myself.
Should
after
we
you
take
guys
5?
Sure, we can take 5. Let's take 5 and get it all out of our systems, alright? I see the disability friendly penis, alright? I see it. I'm glad that I can see it.
That's what it meant by DFP, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
What the fuck? See, I wasn't paying attention to the penis. So I didn't know. But now I do. And, okay.
Pay more attention to the penis.
Can
Hey,
we draw
George,
an angle on
as
that
soon as
for
I
a point of
find-
interest?
As soon as I find this here, as soon as
I want to say it's probably in a forest because I think I could see it if it was on the
as
grass.
soon as I find the secret penis.
Oh.
Craig found it.
Oh. I'm just gonna.
Save that.
Could put that in my back pocket for later, I guess. I don't know what to do with that.
Penis
one.
in your back pocket? That sounds uncomfortable.
Oh no.
Hey, sometimes you have to have a spare just in case.
Yeah.
Fair.
Oh my god, I found it.
Did you?
It's in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere, but I don't know what it is. I just
Well,
have it
it's
highlighted.
clearly a penis.
I just have it highlighted.
It is. Oh, you're still looking for the. Oh.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I just know it's like here. I have it selected. I won't touch it. The secret penis is in the secret forest. But I have found it.
Did you add a new one?
No. No, I didn't.
Did someone add a new one?
Maybe.
Someone deleted it. Okay. That's not fair.
No.
Was it
No.
deleted?
Come on.
No.
Someone deleted it.
No.
Okay. Or did you move it? So I'm not. Yeah, it's removed. Okay.
Is there only one now, though?
No, there's clearly at least 2.
Yeah, I can see the disability friendly penis. The DFP, as it were.
This is terrible.
I can't
I don't know why I said to draw, however. I don't know what possessed me to do this.
I don't know
I
what
don't know.
you
I don't-
did.
I don't-
use some words
I don't-
that
I
you
don't-
might regret.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking, you guys would use
Instant
this-
defeat.
I was thinking, I should hand them this map because they are responsible for with their things.
After
their needs.
Poggies?
I don't know. I don't know what I was
After
thinking. I don't know
Poggies.
what I was thinking. It's okay.
In 0 AP.
We don't know either, dude.
All right.
That's
All
why
right.
we can't have nice things.
All right. Yes, I was saying.
And
guys,
by the way, there's more than 2.
Stop trying.
We
trying
really need to
penises.
stop.
as I was saying, there was a bugbear. He had beaten up Pip the Goblin and had thrown him to the side, and there was a giant wolf. You guys fought him. You guys defeated him. One of us turned into a sheep and was a distraction. You know, it was all good. Unfortunately, Pip did die. You guys decided to take the pupper out for walkies. You guys figured out that the wolves, the big one at least, is full grown, but the 3 wolves that you had seen at the beginning of the tunnel were actually puppies. And they are dire. They are dire wolves. We have cute little pictures of them now. Unfortunately, their cute little pictures do not sum up the size or the ferociousness of these wolves. You guys took the bugbear's head to the other goblins, were able to see to Violet's release, and are now outside Cragmaw Hideout. I need to ask everybody to ensure that they have leveled, because you guys did level at the end of the session.
Yeah.
Let me ensure. I'm pretty sure I did because it was like nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of you had pretty much nothing to do other than add HP.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I am leveled.
Reckless. Haha.
I am indeed leveled. I got Tasha's hideous laughter.
I turned into a cat.
You did turn into a
Yeah.
cat.
And you did turn into a cat and saw a giant dragon in the sky of your dreams. It was crazy.
Again.
You did do this weird floaty glowy thing that everybody was very concerned about, but
No one told me either.
you know, Agate said, yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. It's all good. Nothing to see here. Please move along. Just, my sister just floating in the air, which is completely normal, by the way.
Yeah.
Her floating is normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's the glowy thing that was abnormal.
Oh, well, in that case, it makes complete sense. Everyone glows every once in a while.
And now you guys are on your way to Phandalin, I assume. I mean, there could be
Think
other
so.
places that you want to go to, but Phandalin is the closest place of hospitality and a place where Violet may be able to recover.
Yeah, and we also talked about because the wolves seem to be trainable, giving them to the city guard, the pups at least.
The puppies.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first things first, I want to outline some things that you guys have in your inventory and among your supplies that you have that need to be returned once you get to Phandalin.
Why do we have something called Frog Fund?
It's supposed to say what we got from the caves.
You guys have a
money
frog.
wise, and we
have a
do have a
frog
frog statue.
Yeah. It's your bag.
Also, we're gonna buy a frog.
Okay, we're buying a frog. Noted.
Wind the frog.
All right. So first things first. One of the things that you guys were supposed to bring on this adventure was a bunch of stuff for Rose in terms of supplies. He was going to sell a lot of these supplies to a place known as Barthen's Provisions.
Mhm.
That was going to be his like investment money to get down there to use to invest in going through the mines that he wanted to dig up.
Donks.
The next thing I want to point out is that you found stolen supplies in the hideout. They had the symbol of a lion on the supplies, like on the crates and barrels and stuff like that. And finally, don't worry about the finally, because it'll come up later anyways. Don't worry about it. So those are the two things that you guys have in your inventory, like for sure. Now, but other than the things that were found in the things like the potions. Was it a potion? Yeah, you guys found two
we had
potions.
potions because I gave them to other two frontliners.
You gave them to Ryland and Agate.
Yes.
There was
I
two.
got one.
Okay, I wrote it in the chat that I gave it to you, but other people were talking.
All right, cool. I'll take it.
So you guys got 600 copper, 100 copper a piece, 22 silver a piece, 2 potions, and a jade statuette of a frog. That's worth a certain amount. It's 40, but you guys don't know. You guys probably have to, haggle, figure that out.
In Fruge.
All right. So, that being said, you guys are making your way to Phandalin. The children and Milo are in the cart. Well, no, Milo is outside of the cart. The children and Violet are in the cart because Violet needs. While she has been healed, she still has,
We're letting her
At that
recover.
she does have broken things, and broken things must be mended more, carefully.
Or narratively, you could say.
And so, you make your way there. Is there anything anyone wants to say to each other on the way?
I don't know. I mean, I figured we'd just chat.
Yeah, I think Cyrus would at one point, like, she's been trying to paint out her dream that she saw last night, the dragon. And I think she like kind of leans over the cart and like shows Ajay and like kind of tells him about the dream. Just like she's like, so there's like this big like dragon, but it was like all of space. And like she's like, see, it had like these stars, and I wish I could get it right. Dang it. And she just keeps like fiddling with it as she does it.
Mm-hmm. She'll look confused, but like nod along. Like, okay.
Anything else?
Probably just keeping the puppies taken care of.
Easy enough to accomplish.
Yeah, I don't think
Again,
Again,
they're not. They're still wolves, but they've clearly had some kind of, training. If only you could figure out, what the commands are.
Mm-hmm.
could try some stuff in Goblin.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I guess it is.
All right. Did you want to try to?
Yeah, I guess in a controlled environment, as they're like.
Can't hear
You didn't come through, Alex.
We stop for an evening instead of just walking down the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere where we can control where they go and make sure they don't hurt
Let me
anybody.
see how long it would take you guys.
How many days? Yeah.
So, because of how long it took you guys to get there, you would probably get there mid-afternoon the next day. Mid to late afternoon. I need to roll a couple of things to figure out like how long it would take you. But it's not difficult so much as you guys had a hard day already. And some people probably need to mend wounds. I know not everybody was just, all hunky-dory even after the level up. I think Marcus went down once or twice.
Just once.
Just once.
Yeah.
But it was a bad blow, if I remember correctly.
I think it was a one-hit
It was a one shot.
KO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a first level knockdown,
As you do.
as you do.
So yeah, there can be an evening when you guys
Test command.
test the puppers out. Go ahead and roll an animal handling.
Sure.
At advantage because you are using goblin. Oh, never mind.
6,000.
Hopefully.
Is that the word you use
No.
to suddenly shout out 6,000?
In Goblin. Because
In
Goblin has a
Goblin.
word for 6,000.
It's the highest they can count.
Wow.
It's the holy
That's
number
high.
of goblins, don't you know?
Wow. That's awful. That means there can never be more than 6,000 goblins at any given point in time.
No, then you get two 6,000s.
Mm-hmm.
They have a base 6,000 number system, Chris.
As many do.
This is
I
stupid.
see. I see.
Yeah, so she'll like go through a standard array of like sit, lay, snarl, except in goblin.
They know that
Snarl?
one. They know that one.
They know
They know
snarl.
snarl. Yeah.
Good to know.
They basically they look to suddenly like just turn aggressive.
I try heal if there is a word for heal in goblin, which is probably come.
So when you try heal, they immediately like sit down and go into that resting position where the dog's head is in between their front paws
Mm-hmm.
when they're like laying straight on their belly instead of
Mhm.
like on the side or anything like that.
Yes, long.
Hmm.
When the dog is long.
Long
Okay.
dog.
Hot dog.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know. I don't think it's really safe to test in any way to make them sick on something.
No.
Or attack. Although presumably one of those things is also applicable.
Figuring out what
Maybe.
that is would probably be ideal at some point, but
Hmm.
doing it willy-nilly perhaps is not
Yeah, it might be kill.
safe.
What about the come here?
Yeah, did any of those work?
When you said try come, there's no reaction.
Here.
Oh, try here, yeah.
Yeah, here.
Okay. I point at the ground and say, "Here," in Goblin.
They immediately go to the place that you pointed.
Simplified. Point. Oh, their Thicca mode is probably go. Like point at someone, something, and say go.
Or kill.
Yeah,
Or-
that too. If we're thinking like Goblin, it's very simple.
Dinner.
Dinner.
Eat.
Honestly, it might be.
Feed. Yeah,
Could
so
try
I
it
think...
out for hunting.
Do you say feed? Do you say feed?
No, not
Okay.
in Goblin.
Yeah, you could try taking him hunting like rabbits or something small.
Yeah, because Adjit's been going and like hunting deer or whatever he can find.
Maybe cooperating with Adjit.
Once you learn command words, you should share them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think she's going to write a little manual.
I wonder if they work in
Oh, the
common.
dog manual.
Do they work in common?
No, they do not.
Okay.
And this isn't to say that it couldn't work, just that it doesn't.
Does it right
They
now.
don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Although a dog that has learned something
Can
can
relearn.
learn again.
Yes.
Might get confused, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, if you bring it up
Yeah.
to Adjit, he'd be like,
The
yeah,
older
sure.
the older dogs, it probably be harder, but the
Pups.
pups it'd probably be the easiest because they are still extremely young.
Bees.
So the one that we want to keep is going to be hard to train in common.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, if we have the words in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goblin, it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. Could always work on it.
But yeah, if working with Adjit, maybe
Mm.
with his guidance, they can go and try to hunt some burrowing mammals of some variety.
All right. Adjit
Mhm.
and Mina, I need you both to roll a survival and
Okay.
an animal handling. Okay, so
16, 9, 15, 16.
So, Mina, the issue for you is that you don't have much presence.
And small.
Yeah, that's true. Adjit's
You know,
pretty big.
the smallness has nothing to do
It's
with
personality, right?
it's force of personality.
Yeah.
Like they don't exactly it's not that they don't smell fear from you, but they don't smell like command or
Leadership.
respect or
She's not overtly
leadership.
comfortable around animals.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Adjit, with you, there is no smell other than
Rock.
rock.
Do we get the alpha thing again?
No. Though there is something that I intend to do in those lines, actually.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Yay.
Rock chat.
Adjit, the hardest thing about the entire situation is it's less about the deer. They were able to hunt the deer just fine.
Mm-hmm.
They're eating it though.
So they didn't wait for a command to eat it.
No, they just
ate it.
They just killed it and ate it.
Okay,
These are
I
not
think he's
hunting
going to
creatures.
try to make them understand that they have to wait for a command.
All right, go ahead and roll an animal handling. Unfortunately, this will be at disadvantage
Because I don't speak Goblin.
yeah.
Can I help?
Also, you're telling them to not eat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
never mind.
there's a lot of factors here that's pretty much saying, don't do this thing that you're naturally instinctually gonna do that you were never trained to
Not do.
not do.
Mhm.
All right, you're just doing this like
What's
okay. If Cyrus came with you, because she probably would if you took her wolves.
Mhm.
her wolves.
Yeah, okay, her wolves.
All right, sure.
I just wanted to make sure that you guys
Yeah,
that would be okay if she was there too, because I think she
No,
would.
that
yeah, it's fine.
makes perfect sense. They are her wolves. Yep.
I think she would like think for a second, and she's like, she looks over at Agit, and she's like, I could try like a spell thingy. Maybe that could help.
He shrugs.
I'm getting good with it. I think I could do it. And she is going to cast Speak with Animals.
All right, cool. So, what do you say to the animals?
Oh, it's cast on me. Ah,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's cast on you.
I misunderstood. I thought I could cast it on Agit. All right, I
No.
cast it on
Range
me.
yourself.
I think she's like,
You probably
Could do
don't
this
realize
thing.
it. You
Maybe
probably
she
don't
doesn't know,
realize.
no,
You
because
don't-
I think what she was thinking of is I want to not fully turn into a wolf, but I want like my voice too, and
There
that's
it
kind
goes.
of how that goes. Actually, wait, if I knew it was self, could I just turn into a wolf and talk to them? Does that work?
Okay, so
When you're in wolf's form, there's no like way to actually like convey words. isn't there?
so yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
dogs
issue.
don't do words.
Yeah.
The issue is that you don't have like.
You don't know how to be a dog.
Okay, so yes, it works, and here's why: because you are still able to comprehend with the beasts. Like you can understand what they are saying to you. However, you have no idea how to convey information to them.
Okay, all right, then I'll stick with the spell. Sorry, I have not played.
No,
not
no,
really
it's-
gotten to a druid much.
It's
so
fine.
I'm
It's fine.
Yeah.
If you don't cast Speak with Animals, you can't do either.
Yeah.
Because your knowledge is limited to your own knowledge.
Mhm.
Like even just because you became a wolf does not mean you know how to do wolf things.
Okay. Then I will just do the Speak with Animals, where I basically think of like, all right, how can I turn like just my voice into this, because she doesn't understand how this works, and then she's like, testing, hello.
So everybody else that's here,
Uh,
you hear Cyrus suddenly like do a low howl.
oh,
Cyrus, you hear yourself say, "Hello, testing. Is this working? 1, 2, 3, testing." And the other wolves look over and then go back to eating.
All right, I try again. I'm like, hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me at all?
So-
wow.
So the big one conveys to you because were you the one that was feeding them, or who was the one that was feeding them?
It was Agit. It
Agit.
was not me. Yeah, sorry, Agit.
Yeah. Agit was the one hunting.
Yeah.
Getting food.
No, but I feel like there was somebody that was kept giving them the scraps of the provisions.
Oh, I did do that. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
That's some too.
Yeah,
But,
Marcus.
yeah.
Marcus did it, but that was mostly to like get the big one to leave you alone, right?
He kept doing it because he's a bit of a sucker. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay, so Marcus,
Cyrus also did it.
Cyrus,
Agit did too.
and Agit. I think Agit was the one that was petting the most.
Yes.
Cyrus was petting, but Okay,
She's
okay.
also
So
thinking, yeah.
so the big one looks over at you, and then like looks down and then says, "Do you want some?"
No, I'm good. I ate raw deer just a bit ago.
Goes
too
back
have
to
eaten.
eating.
The carrion before.
What did he say?
He goes back to eating.
Yeah.
Okay. I turn to the other two and I'm like, I give like a thumbs up to say it's working.
While they were eating was probably the poor timing.
I mean,
Yeah.
kind of looks at them still eating the food and looks back at Cyrus like, okay, but they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Oh, right. No, I just felt like she starts talking. I think it's still the wolf noises.
Uh-huh.
She's just she's like, oh wait, yep. I go back to the wolves and
So the
I
puppies start growling whenever you come closer.
yeah, I come a little bit closer and I say I guess I would say like, no, you weren't given the command.
So the puppies continue eating, but the big one says, "What command?"
The command to eat.
He sits back on his haunches and just waits.
I tell him that he is a good dog, and I tell the younger ones that they need to wait.
They continue eating.
I look back to Ajit and I'm like,
Okay, so they're not listening, but the big one is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I basically put on like a big frown and I like push my eyebrows down to look like as scary as possible and I point at you and then I point at the wolf pups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. He'll start like walking over.
The puppies start growling,
Okay, he
growling
doesn't
some
care.
more.
He doesn't care. He goes over to the big one and gives him a pet. Like, good job.
I tell the little ones that they're going to get in trouble if they keep eating.
They continue eating.
I think at that point, Ajit makes the best attempt of growling back.
All right, roll an intimidation check. This using your wisdom.
Can I give advantage because I'm trying to be like,
Yes.
hey, you're going to get in trouble from him if you
Like,
don't.
can't I
Okay.
ever just use my normal one? Okay.
No
do you have
charisma.
do you don't want to use? You want to use your charisma one? That's
I
fine.
mean, I'm proficient in it.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you still get your proficiency even.
Nice.
It is a proficiency. It's usually a -2.
I think you get proficiency in. You should get proficiency in intimidation, regardless of what
Regardless
stat
of
you're
this.
using.
Yeah, no, it's just adding your wisdom instead of your charisma.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
it's a 12, so it'd be a +1, so...
19.
So the actual roll would be...
Yeah.
Yeah, 19.
Pretty good.
Well, no. It's you have a 12, right? So
Yeah.
12 plus 3. It'd be 21.
No,
No.
I have
Yes.
a 12 base. Proficient.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, +2. Okay,
You could-
yeah, that makes sense. Yes, yes. My bad.
Oh, yeah. 0%.
Brain went... No.
So when you just do this the slow head turn glare at them, they immediately like drop and then like back up a little bit,
Mhm.
kind of cowering. And big one says to you, Cyrus, why is he scary?
A wooz in Spanish.
I think I would respond back that he is not scary if you're good and follow what he says.
And the other ones are saying, "Please don't hit us."
Oh.
I tell them that he will not hit you, that they did good, and that they are safe.
So basically what Adjit starts to do is he starts, what did they kill? Was it a deer?
It was a deer.
Yeah, so he starts taking like the antlers off, the hooves off, and like all the things that aren't edible.
Field dressing.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll chew on the hooves.
Yeah. Like he's taking them all and like putting them away for like treats later for like chewing to like distract them.
Mm-hmm.
And then taking the hide off and probably like taking it so they can maybe sell it. Question mark if it's not too damaged? Probably too damaged.
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
Okay.
Probably pretty fucked. But yeah, let's
Yeah, it's
see.
probably pretty fucked.
It's fucked in pretty bad, but it's salvageable.
Okay.
Like you could at least sell scraps.
Scraps
you know?
of it, yeah. Okay.
You personally probably don't know what or how to do with it, but
Yeah. Okay.
unless anybody have leatherworking tools.
No.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Did I should get tools for being a monk, right?
Leatherworking tools?
No.
I think some monks get.
Some monks do. It's not.
Yeah,
some-
okay.
Yeah,
some monks
the
get out.
drunken
I think
monk gets some
Kensei's do or
tools.
something.
When you hit level 3, essentially, you get tools.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure
Mhm.
because like I've never played a monk below 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay.
But it is salvageable. It's probably salvageable, but you wouldn't know like how much of it would
B.
be.
Okay.
I mean, for all you know, you get a couple copper out of it. Honestly, at this point, it's pretty bad, seeing as they were pretty much eating directly from it.
Mm-hmm. And then after he's done all that, he'll just point to the rest of Carcass, look at the wolves, and go, take.
I will then I would look to him and say, like, it should be, like, I do, like, a motion, like, use a different word.
Oh, okay.
I say in Goblin, feed.
Okay,
Okay.
I tell them that is the signal they are allowed to eat.
So we're just gonna train them in Goblin now. Got it.
I mean, they
They
might
already
the
know
word.
Goblin, but like,
She was trying to.
I was trying to train them in Common.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I understand what you were trying to do. I just didn't think take was a good word for it. Because I think that's too common of a word.
That's fair. Okay, then he'll look at it. Eat.
Not much likelihood of inadvertently commanding them in Goblin, that's for sure.
Yeah, but the big thing is that not everybody knows
How
Goblin.
to pronounce it, yeah. If it's pronounced wrong, they won't understand how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, for that I tell them, like, that's the word you can go ahead and eat.
The 3 puppies like slowly start eating, watching Adjit,
He'll probably just like sit down.
and as soon as they realize that he's not gonna do anything, they start eating back in earnest. And then the big dog says, "I'm still hungry."
Do you not want the rest of the deer?
I mean, it's 3 small puppies plus a dire wolf. He needs more than just a deer.
Oh, no, that's fine. I
Yeah.
said, I look back to Ajay and I make, like, a bow and arrow, like, shoot thing. like hunting, and then I
Mhm.
point to the dog.
Okay, yeah, he'll get up and start looking for something else.
I tell him to go with Agate, and you two can hunt something else.
Yeah, and he'll do like a head motion to the bigger dog and just like come.
I'll also tell Dimitri that to think of Agate like another pack member. Like he's not going to that he's safe with us, and she'll say to all of them that they are safe with them, and as long as they listen when they need to, they will make sure that they are safe and have plenty of food and don't have to worry about anything.
The puppies don't understand all that well.
Mm-hmm.
Big Dog, however, gets it immediately and understands that Agit is now Alpha.
Yes.
Oh, okay. He asks essentially if Agit is Alpha.
I think Sears thinks about that for a moment because she's like, well, maybe I want to be. She says, other than her, Agate is Alpha.
So you're Alpha.
Yes. He's second Alpha. He's whatever the right below Alpha is.
All right. He walks up to you, Agit.
Mm. Yeah, pat, and then walk off to find something else.
Yep.
He challenges you to a duel.
You'll find out that he doesn't. There's not much in terms of like hunting things that he has orders for.
Okay.
He just kind of just starts looking around, finds something, goes after it, and kills it.
Mm-hmm.
Then starts eating it.
Mm-hmm.
Then continues on until he's had his fill.
So basically is that they would let the wolves out and let them kill whatever the fuck was around.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds to me.
That's gonna be an issue once we get to the
Yep.
farmland.
Yes.
So he'll try to do the same thing, like once he kills it. Then like he'll try to
Oh, he immediately stops whenever
Yeah,
you
okay.
tell him, whenever you try to get his attention. He doesn't
Okay.
he doesn't seem to like give anything in terms like any problems in terms of
Okay.
stopping or anything like that. It's mostly the puppies are still
Learning. They're puppies.
Yeah.
Okay.
and he has no relation when it comes to
The puppies.
the puppies at all.
So yeah. Okay.
So yeah. Ryland, I actually have something for you though.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not that special. What's up?
Yes, you are. Because Milo kind of takes you to the side and says, "So, what do we do from here?"
We proceed how we were ordered to do. We get them to Phandalin. And then from there, we drop off Violets. Thank you. We drop off Violet. And you stay with the Violet to make sure she's okay. And then we go rest to Rosalind. 'Cause without him, who's going to fix our ship?
I mean, we probably could find somebody else.
Yeah, but that takes time and effort, and we're already out here. And come on, it's been 10+ years with Rosalind. I feel like he deserves maybe a rescue or two, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Or two.
I like that there's a time lapse for how long you get, like,
How
5
many
years you
rescues
get
are
one
there?
rescue, 8 years you get a rescue and a half.
Just a half.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, boss, but burning time.
Burning time.
I mean, the boys are gonna get restless eventually.
Yeah. Maybe Violet will be okay with you by herself. Maybe you can go back to them and tell them the situation.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I definitely come back, and I might bring a couple people with me. Maybe we could launch a bigger rescue. Nah, that'd take too long.
not enough time. Good idea, though. I like where your head's at. Man,
Well,
really-
I'll at least go back to make sure that they won't get in any trouble. We don't need Neverwinter on our ass.
Yep. Until I get back, you're gonna be captain until this gets settled. They'll listen to you. And if they don't get Z on their ass, then they'll listen to him. I think they're more afraid of Z than me, to be honest.
Yes, sir. Don't worry, boss. I can move pretty fast on my own.
Yeah. Yeah, I could never beat you in a game of tag. That's for dang sure.
And he proceeds to start grabbing supplies and looks to Jalen and says, "You keep practicing on that dagger like I taught you." And Violet says, "What? Bye, Miss Cal," and he runs off.
What?
Bye, Milo. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Jalen kind of waves and shows her mom. "See, Mr. Whiskers got me a new dagger, and it's like a very thin blade. It's almost like a needle. He gave me one of these." And she stares at it, looks over at you, Rylan. "We're gonna have a talk."
Sweet, I won't get in trouble for giving her a dagger too.
That's true. You did give her one.
Yes, ma'am.
Kalen, on the other hand, since Cyrus is not there, has dug into her paint supplies.
How fucking dare you?
Little shit.
and is currently drawing. So, there's that. Anyways, let's continue on. I think everybody was gonna rest up for the night and head on to Phandalin in the morning.
That's the plan.
I believe so.
I will say there is one small encounter that happens on the way. So when you guys get to here, and I need to put something on the map for you. Noah, this is where this place is, because you would just know.
The under tree.
Yeah.
Quite.
So, at this point, seeing skeletons and zombies and stuff outside of Thundertree this far, it's not uncommon, but it is rather weird that they've extended this much.
They're expanding.
Because you guys do see a series of skeletons and zombies on the road at this intersection. They seem to be trying to be in some, formation. And as you slowly approach them, one of them holds up a hand to you as if to stop.
Are they wearing Thunder Tree colors?
Yes.
Mina kind of just hops down and starts walking towards them.
I probably was walking a bit behind the cart, so I'm gonna try to jog and catch up with her because that seems dumb.
That's silly. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nope.
The skeleton approaches you and begins knocking its teeth, essentially, as if talking, and then holds out a hand towards you. And you know that Thunder Tree was rather it had identification in it. It had people like knowing who was in Thunder Tree and who was leaving Thunder Tree because they wanted to make sure. Well, the old man that was there wanted everyone to be sure that everybody was safe. And so, knowing who was a citizen and who wasn't, it was good to know, just in case some kind of crime happened or anything like that. He set up a pretty good security system in Thunder Tree.
Okay.
And so the expression that he is holding out the hand to you is kind of familiar to you because he's basically asking for your papers.
Okay. I don't have those.
It's all right if you don't have them.
Uh-huh.
He just seems to be holding out his hand as if to take them. So what do you do?
So she basically holds up her hands like I don't have anything and says, "Hello, I don't know if we've ever met, but I think you'll find we have much in common."
The skeleton doesn't seem to make any hostile actions, but he looks to two other skeletons and points at them, then points at the cart.
No. My name is Mina. I don't have a surname from Thunder Tree, but I was born there. These people are friends.
He nods, or it nods, and then holds up a hand to stop the skeletons that he pointed at, and then looks at you, knocks a couple of teeth, and go ahead and roll me an insight for me.
Really?
Oh
Okay,
god,
okay.
I have to
Oh,
find that
fuck,
TikTok now. God damn it, you said Nox teeth. Fuck, hold on.
That's a 1 there, champ.
You're not sure what this skeleton is trying to say to you, but it approaches, like, it starts walking towards the cart, and then stops. If you don't follow, it stops waiting and waits for you, and then points at the cart again.
Do you want me to show him what's in the cart?
It knocks teeth and is nodding.
Okay.
I don't care.
All right, everyone. Just we need to submit to a search. It will only take a moment.
I will stand with the skeleton who seems to be in charge.
I look at Mina and says, "Wolves, command them."
The wolves are indeed growling at
Yep.
them.
I can't
Okay,
fucking control them.
Yes,
You gotta
I-
let them sit, but-
So I believe it was the heal command
Yes.
Yes.
that made them sit, and I will bark at them to sit in goblin,
Mm-hmm.
heal, or whatever. Lay down. Hit what it actually does.
And the skeleton comes over, begins looking at the items, and you see that it's trying to do the search, but it doesn't seem like it's doing the motions to search, but it's not actually searching for anything.
Doesn't know what it's looking for.
It doesn't have eyes, buddy. I don't know.
It doesn't. It's more like it remembers doing.
That's sad. All right.
Well,
You know, it's
Well-
kind of like muscle memory. You know, he goes over to a crate and like touches it, but doesn't seem to do anything with it, and then nods its head, and then goes over
Yes.
to a barrel, and
That's
then
a crate,
looks
all right.
and then stares at the barrel, and nods and continues on, and then he seems to look at every single person for a few moments, and then walks away. Goes over the skeletons. It goes over the skeletons. They all stand to the side of the path, and the main skeleton begins knocking teeth and begins pointing that you guys can continue.
Thank you. Mounts back up. Gestures forward.
Oh, okay.
I would kind of encourage the skeletons to scoot a bit back so we can get the dogs through.
Are the dogs riding on the cart or not? I don't.
No,
No, they're
No,
not.
they're not. Okay, right,
they're
huge.
walking with Agile.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
why would
I
you make the dogs walk with the cart be in the cart anyways?
Yeah, I don't think that would benefit them either.
Look, I don't know, man. Okay. We. I don't think we can actually tell them to back up. So try to coax the doggos.
To the other side of the car.
Ah, crap. We don't have a comm command, do we?
Nope. We have it here.
Yep,
Do
I
you-
would just
do you
kinda
need me
steer
to-
them
to-
closer.
You need me to spell again?
That may be best, just to make sure everything goes smoothly.
Yep.
Besides, you need to build a rapport with them.
Okay. I go ahead and cast it on myself again, and I look to the wolves and tell them, don't worry, we worked it out, or I say, don't worry, the skeletons are not enemies right now. Just follow us and leave them alone.
Okay, roll me a D100.
We've passed the bone zone.
69!
Oh
Nice.
my god.
They go
We
berserk.
entered the bone
Nice.
zone.
We re-entered the bones. Oh my gosh.
Nice. All right, so big thing that happens is like one of you guys start passing by the skeletons and turning south towards Spandalin. The wolves are fine, except one who gets a little one of the puppies that gets a little bit too close, and it starts like yapping essentially, but before it could anyone could really react, the big one just kind of steps on the smaller one, and then does a very, very loud bark into his face.
It's told to get his shit together.
And it immediately
Bill.
it whines and immediately goes over with its siblings.
I tell Dimitri that he is a good boy, and I tell that puppy he needs to listen.
Let me go see which one it was.
Freaking Chubbs. Get your act together.
It's probably Chubbs.
It's always Chubbs.
Peps, please.
You're definitely the runt. Why? Why?
It's the big
Why
dog
are you like this?
or the small dog complex.
Or it's Cyrus Jr.
Wait,
Living up to-
where's the picture of them? Because I have
It's in the art cloud.
Oh, Cyrus Art. Serious. That's what it was. It was Cirrus Art Cloud, not the.
Generic.
Not the creative job, man.
Actually, no, it was Pip. It was definitely Pip.
Fucking Pip.
Pip.
Please.
Yep.
Chubbs is actually the fat one. He doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to eat.
Like waddle.
I love Chubbs.
Chubbs is a good boy.
Sarah's is definitely like the most well behaved. Pip, not an asshole, just thinks he could take on everybody.
I'll fight him.
I could do it.
All right, so late afternoon, you guys do make it to Phandalin.
Alrighty.
Nice.
And let me bust out that good old description. The rutted tracks emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandalin. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, some built on old fieldstone foundations, more old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briar surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of cart tracks, which widen into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs toward a ruined manor house on a hillside at the east side of town. And I will put you guys on the map.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
I bet there's an Eldritch Abomination in that house, and I'm sure that nothing bad has ever happened there.
That all seems like hearsay. I don't know what you're talking about, Noah.
Alright, and here is... Oh, hold on. Let me go get into the right layer so I can feel things. Token layer. Phandalin! Again, this place isn't that big. So, and here's your little, graph for it. Or the measurement tool for it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell that this place is really, really, like...
Big.
Not big, because you guys
50
lived in
feet is 200
Neverwinter.
feet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You guys lived in Neverwinter. This is like
Tiny.
a tiny, tiny village. I mean,
Badly's first
it's not-
hamlet.
it's not like a 20 or 15 building village, where that you're commonly used to, kind of like out in the boonies with
Or city in Skyrim.
Yeah, it's kind of like a city in Skyrim, or more like a city that you would recognize in a western.
Okay.
It's got many buildings in it, but not a lot of them.
It's not densely populated.
Yeah, it's definitely not. This is probably somewhere from 100 to 150 people at most. And this is one of those villages that, you know, everybody knows everyone. I'm actually hard pressed to say that it's 150 because it's actually supposed to be even smaller than that at this point.
It's up and coming.
It's the reverse.
It's down and falling.
Yeah.
It's-
Like, there again, as you guys are coming in, there's
Oh,
ruins of buildings as you're coming in. Like, there clearly was, if you notice, there's like a wall that's going around it.
Mhm.
You can see that it's run down essentially. So, first thing Violet lets you know, as you guys are coming in, she kind of sits up a bit. Her arm looks to be doing a lot better, especially with the maintenance that I assume everybody has been been giving her. She lets you guys know that the Stonehill Inn, which is this building here,
Presumably on a stony hill.
no,
It's not.
is the best inn in the town. It is the inn that everyone goes to, you know, that's basically visitors. And at this point, since not many people are traveling because of all the skeletons and everything, it's bound to be at least a bit empty.
Can this town maintain another inn?
Maybe in better times.
It could.
Good. Okay.
It could. That isn't to say that that's her understanding of the place. She hasn't necessarily, you know, familiarized with what's going on in Phantom.
A home.
Okay.
It's what she knows. If you guys had the other person, Rose, he might be able to tell you better because he's older.
It's fucking dead. Be hysterical. Yeah.
How else is he gonna become king of the underworld if he's not dead?
Mm.
All right, so I assume everybody's gonna head to the Stonehill Inn.
Yep.
There
I
are
mean-
other places on the way. I will point them out as you would be coming through. It would be this thing right here, right? That's you guys are coming. Yeah, you guys are coming in through this way essentially.
Can't see anything.
This is. Oh, I'm sorry. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
You guys would be coming in from the north.
Okay.
So
Question.
coming in through here. Yeah.
The group. Are we bringing the fucking wolves in with us or no?
No.
Yeah, that's a no. Yeah. I'll stick around outside with them. Probably with Saris.
Yeah, I can stay with them.
I mean, if Sarah's is staying outside, Adja refuses to go in, so.
Right, okay. Okay. Well,
Okay. So who's going in?
I'm going in.
All right. Marcus is going.
I'm
Just-
just with Violet.
yeah, so just not Saris and Adjet.
Okay. So the elementals are staying. Everybody else is going. Got it.
Mhm.
All right. So Marcus, Mina, and Ryland, as you guys are coming in, roll a perception check for me.
Perceive.
All right. So, all of you would immediately recognize this place because there is a sign for it on the outside of it. Barthen's Provisions. Let me see where the description of Barthen's Provisions is. Yeah, it's just got a sign that says Barthen's provisions hanging on the outside of it.
Okay.
I was just making sure that the module didn't have like a description that it would,
Escrito.
yeah.
Mhm.
that it
A
wanted
long
to give.
and flowery descriptor of a log building,
Yeah.
which it might.
The next thing you guys would come upon that's kind of important is the smithy, which is on that side. And then you guys would reach the inn. As you're coming in, Marcus, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. But Mina and Ryland, you're noticing something that you were expecting to see that you don't see.
Okay.
Guards. You don't see any town guards. You don't see anybody patrolling. Nobody was outside the village. You guys haven't seen any passerbys of people in some kind of uniform or anything like that. But you do see people, and there are people of mostly human descent. A few elves here and there moving about. You see some kids playing, among other things.
Okay.
But you don't see any guards.
Maybe the skeletons are keeping them safe.
Of course. I'm sure they would have no problem with that whatsoever.
Oh yeah,
No,
skeletons are fine, but goblins, fuck those guys. Skeletons are perfectly fine, the guys. They're our friends, Uwu.
Well, skeletons weren't goblins.
Yeah,
they were
but
us. They were humans.
What about goblin skeletons though?
Oh, those you super can't trust them.
that's a really touchy issue, and we can't talk about it. It's not allowed. No, Mina only likes these specific skeletons. Okay.
Oh, the human ones.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Whatever. Fuck you guys. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
In the center of town stands a large, newly built roadhouse of fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. The common room is filled with laughing locals.
Nice.
Presumably sipping on mugs of ale or cider. Do you enter?
Sure. Say hi.
As you enter, they all look at you, and a few people go, "Hey!" You know, a lot of them are looking at you because you're dressed differently from them, and they've never seen people like. I mean, they're not gonna lie. An Aasimar is not exactly
Very common, yeah.
very common, and then.
Is Milo with them?
Nope, Milo's
Milo's gone.
Yeah, Milo left.
He
It's departed the
abandoned you
party.
in the night.
No, my cat.
And they would be eyeing. Yeah, they would be eyeing Mina a bit, mostly because of dress.
Yeah, she's got a skull on her hat.
I tried to not have a skull in my hat, and then you guys added the skull back. It's
Yep.
fine.
Well, you can't escape.
Yeah, it's probably like a crow skull or something, not an actual human skull. But yeah, she waves back, animatedly and happily.
Yep. So people you see, there's an old farmer with the straw hat.
We know he's a farmer then.
Looks like some guy that looks rather dirty, as if he's been digging a whole lot. Sitting at another table, kind couple of people moving by, barmaids. A young boy that's kind of just sitting at the at the table with the farmer, talking, listening.
Tell me there's
And-
not someone stuck up in the rafters again.
And then you hear from above. Can you guys help me down?
No.
Again?
No! No!
Look up. Who's in the rafters?
No, it's fine. Nobody's there.
Huh?
Or now.
And yeah, there's a innkeeper that seems to be moving about. Seems kind of short, but it seems awfully friendly. He seems to be talking to a barsmaid to the side. And he turns to see you guys enter. Oh, hello! And he comes over, kind of pulls on his overalls a little bit. Name's Toblin Stonehill. Pleasure to meet you. Holds out a hand. He's
Don't
not a
think-
goblin.
What the fuck?
He's a goblin painted like a human man.
That'd be impressive.
He probably approached Rylan with the handshake, and then he'd do each person, but Rylan first.
good afternoon.
I'm sorry. You look the most expensive.
It's like the best business.
You're not wrong, sir. You're not wrong.
it'd be expensive.
Can I help you with anything today? Maybe get you a drink, or and it turns to Mina, maybe a water, or looks at Marcus. I'm sorry, I don't know what your kind would drink. I apologize.
Holy spirits.
Thank you, disembodied voice in the sky.
Thank you. Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's
Loud.
okay.
Water.
Whatever works. But I think we need to procure rooms first. We have other party members who are waiting for some business that we have to take care of.
I see. Well,
If you don't know what to do with me, you're gonna have a hard time with them too.
well, assuming you sleep in a bed, I think I can help you out.
I try. Anyway.
Let me go see how much a room is.
Probably
Silver, probably.
a room for the siblings.
It is 2 silver.
Either a room for his siblings, a room for me and Pirate, and a room for Goral, or guys or girl room.
Yes, because he hasn't had many. Well,
he has not had many visitors.
Many travelers. He has 6 rooms for rent. You may go about, however that. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a gold room.
Ah, jeez, those
But
are
it-
expensive rooms.
But it also is food and drink for the night.
Okay. I mean, honestly, we might just be best off doing guys and girls room. Or are we all gonna try to cram into one? Sorry, I'm not even there. I just
I would assume guy and girl room because I don't think we're gonna fit the 5 of us in one room with considering who we have.
And
Question
it won't
to
fit.
Chris.
How? Yep. Go ahead.
Do wooden planks support my weight? Or would
No,
I
but
just plank
fortunately,
through the ground?
okay. Fortunately, that won't be a problem because this is only a
One story?
one story.
Okay, good.
You've never been upstairs.
No,
she cannot climb stairs. It's impossible.
I cannot. I would break them.
This one goes wrong.
I guess she's here too, probably. Where is our
Violet?
employer?
Yes.
Violet would be with you guys.
Then she can decide what she wants for her
well,
children
okay.
as well.
Okay. I'll say this: she probably is still resting on outside,
Okay.
like not actually in the inn yet.
Mhm.
I would assume she.
do
and
we know
children
what her
probably
plans are?
want
Her
a room
plans.
unless they have a
She
house.
has not. If you guys want to have made that ask
Mhm.
before this
reasonable,
point, hold on. Let me go make sure that I understand her plans correctly. Her plans were to first rest at the inn,
Mhm.
and then she's going to go find that mage that she had she was searching for in this town to begin with.
Yes.
Now on the upside, she would not ask you guys to go looking for her husband, but she would suggest that she has nobody else to really turn to at this point.
Well,
Marcus is planning on looking.
I mean, it sounds like a very heroic endeavor. Why would we?
Yeah, sure.
Is there anybody that's saying no? Not gonna help with this, with saving Rose.
Would
You
anyone
fucking
like to
monster.
leave the adventure right now?
You fucking monster. No? Okay. All right. That being said, she would tell you that, so she's gonna go look for the mage. She's going to go talk to the town master to figure out like the situation in the town, because it looks
There's something wrong.
there's something wrong because there are no guards,
Mhm.
which is weird because she would let you know before entering the inn, as you guys had noticed that there's no guards. The mage that was sent over here was also asked to make a constabulary here.
Yeah, I'm seeing that's not happened.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help you, Banches?
No. What was the name I gave you for the mage?
Hector von Weiss.
Yeah, that was the one that I told you. Was up in Thunder Tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure.
But there's another wizard.
Yeah, there's another. It's a completely different guy. I was making sure that I had not messed that up and crossed them.
I was only a little bit confused for a second.
Yeah. It's a totally different guy.
You and your two separate wizards.
Hey, there's more than one wizard out in the world. I'm sorry.
Can't believe it.
Bullshit.
Only one wizard.
Ball place
not-
fly.
It's not Wizards of the Coast. It's Wizard of the Coast. Thank you very much.
A wizard.
Wizard and warlock and sorcerer and bard. Yeah.
So yeah, she's trying to basically set up here so that she can get her bearings and then make the plans for the rescue, as well as help set up the whole mining situation, because she would know that Rose would not let her go out and just search for him without, getting
Taking care of
everything.
the business.
Yeah, taking care of the business.
Find a babysitter for the kids and all that.
He would probably like be, upon rescue, did you set up the mining operation? No. Why did you
If he
say
hacks up a lung from being tortured or whatever, yeah.
Why even bother? Why am I here?
That being said, Cirrus and Adjit. I'm sorry. I say it different every single time, and I'm trying to remember
Everyone
how you
does.
guys
It's fine.
Agate.
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 Agate. Okay.
It's how you read it. Agate.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
why I changed it.
Agete.
No, I get.
Agete.
I get.
Agiti. Agiti.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. This player is so annoying.
So you two are right outside of the town. How far away would you be from actually entering? If you don't mind, like, pointing out on the map, if you would be a ways away. If it's too far up the road, that's fine.
I mean, we would be within eyesight of the place, right? Like,
Yeah, no, you're definitely in eyesight. I'm just trying to figure out if you guys are on the map at all.
I mean, no, probably further back.
Probably further back? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Both
want
of
to
you-
be
okay.
near any farms where the fucking wolves can take off and try to
Yep.
eat shit.
Agate, go
Mhm.
ahead and roll a perception for me. Cirrus, I know you wouldn't be watching out for this.
Oh,
like,
no,
for
I'm-
danger.
I'm playing with the puppies. Yes.
Mhm. All right. So Agate,
Mm-hmm.
one thing you're noticing that's a little odd. From the distance, you can see that people are moving about the town and everything like that.
Yeah.
You are noticing a bit of a pattern. There are some people with these red scarves or red bands wrapped around their arms.
Okay.
They're
Are they like patrolling?
not patrolling so much as, like, they seem to be hanging out in, like, gangs.
They're troublemakers.
Or militia.
Delinquents.
Okay.
But other than that, you don't see much.
Okay.
At this point, the rest of you, how many rooms did you want to secure? I will say Violet is getting her own room with her kids.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll try to procure 3, 1 for her, and then the 2 for us. Since she was
Okay.
resting outside.
All right, so as you guys are heading out, and Agate, you would see this you can see this from a distance, because it's not, again,
No,
500 feet in this city is really not that
not
big.
far. Yeah.
You see some of these red cloaked
red-scarved, red-banded individuals approach you, and there's 4 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they all look a bit grimy, and they have weapons in their hands, and they say, one of them kind of walks forward, spits on the ground to the side,
That's disgusting.
and
That god dang.
it's time for you to move on, strangers. Give us your stuff and be on your way. Agate, you can see that they clearly have, weapons
out.
in
I
there.
think Agate
Yeah.
was like kind of sitting on the ground, like slouching slightly. So he
Mhm.
stands up to his full height, which is 6'3", and just crosses his arms and stares at them.
I'm gonna point out this is over by the inn.
They're accosting us.
They're
Yes,
accosting
yeah.
you guys. Okay, you
Yeah,
said they're
and you
approaching
should-
us.
I apologize.
Yeah, we were just talking about you guys. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you guys were coming out to, let Violet know
Mm-hmm. Okay.
they were coming out, Agate, you see this happening.
Okay. I'll probably just kind of look at Saris and be like, stay here with the wolves, and then she kind of gets up and starts walking into town.
Sorry, can you repeat that real quick?
He's telling you to stay with the wolves, and he gets up and starts walking into town.
Stay in the car.
Yeah.
Dimitri
Okay.
starts following you, Agate.
Looks back at him, stay.
He doesn't know common.
As soon as you start walking again, he still starts following.
Mm,
He's such a good boy.
he is a good boy, but like,
He's the
I
best.
can't, if he decides to attack, I can't stop him.
Sounds like a them problem.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no police.
I guess so. Yeah, he kind of shrugs and keeps walking.
All right, so the other 3, you see these 3 guys, approaching you.
No, you
And
said
they-
4
they-
at first. Was that a-
4. I
Okay.
apologize. 4. I apologize. 4. These 4 individuals. One had spit on the ground, drawn weapons, and they have demanded that you remove yourselves from your supplies, your cart. Violet in the cart kind of like looks up over the cart, sees them, sighs, and then just lays back down. Assuming that, you guys are gonna
Mhm.
handle it. A little bit of Rose has rubbed off on her.
Mina immediately goes into like a performance, and this performance is, "Oh no, we're being mugged!"
I'll put my hand up and like, don't have to be so dramatic. And I walk forward. And in Thieves' Cant, I will say, gentlemen, walk away. I'm the captain of the Cursed Sea Dog. Do you really want any trouble with me?
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check with advantage.
I'd ask if I was helping, but I'm really not.
No.
Oh, dear.
The world is ending!
I was just making a scene, seeing if they'd actually like go
Fuck
away.
off. Probably not.
Yeah.
They seem to. So, when you start talking in Thieves' Cant, they seem to be confused for a brief second. Hold on, let me make sure that they don't. Yeah, they're idiots. They seem to be confused. Because remember, Thieves' Cant is not exactly like.
Completely verbal.
It's not that it's not verbal. It's like a series of.
Contextual.
It's both verbal and like hidden meanings with your hands, and within the meanings of like what you're saying.
Bullshit.
So
But I'm so would I realize that my thieves can't's not getting to them? Like they're not understanding what I'm saying. Like they're not part of the small world of thieves that they might not know what I'm talking about. Would I realize that? 'Cause I would switch over to common, or I wouldn't use thieves can't.
Yeah. Let me finish for a second. Let me get it out first, and then I'll let you determine. So as you're speaking like that, one of them actually begins to shuffle backwards a little bit, and kind of says something a little bit low to one of his friends, and a name comes up. That's the only thing you can hear, though, as he whispers over to his friends, and it is Halia, and I will spell that out for you.
Who the hell is that?
And as he says that, the other one kind of shrugs a little bit and grabs the other guy's arm and that spoke to you and says, "Hey, I don't think we want any trouble with his kind." And the other guy kind of just shrugs his shoulder off, looks at him. Look at him. He's a pomp. We could take him easily, and they have children too. They're not going to do anything with them in the fight.
Round like what?
And they seem to be bolstered by that a bit. Anybody else want to make any insults or remarks to them?
You should remember that people with things to defend usually fight harder. But I will kind of start twirling my staff a little bit, because that is looking like where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
And with the mention of the children, a dagger would sort of fall out of my coat pocket, or my coat armlet. I don't know what to call it, and just I grab it in my hand.
Yes, children.
Thank you.
We're going to stab you.
No, they're obviously saying something about the children. I happen to care about the children.
Not the children.
Not the children.
And
they're future, pirates in my mind. I'm going to recruit them.
Just gonna steal our kids? No.
He's gonna enlist them.
They're future criminals, Smile. We better fight these criminals. They might hurt these other potential criminals.
As far as you don't know,
The fucked up world.
I'm a simple merchant captain.
let me roll a
That's true.
thing real
So,
quick.
Chris, when do I get there?
Yeah, I was about to. Hold on. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. I have not forgotten you. I promise.
We have been slowly stalling for the addition of Agate.
Have a
I
threat.
just need to roll a thing to myself really quick. I think it rolls to myself. Yes, it does. Oh my god.
I'm
All right.
up away from the place eating popcorn with the puppies and watching this.
Yes.
Popcorn and puppies.
Popcorn and puppies!
All right. So at this point, the red scarved individual in the front looks to be about to move forward to engage when catch wind, or rather sight, of Agate walking down the street with a giant wolf in tow,
Yep.
and he just freezes.
And I'll say, if you're okay with dealing with the dancing flame, how about deal with an actual flame? And I point towards Agate.
Gay.
Yeah.
I hope for future flame.
Correct.
Says the pirate.
They begin to back up and away, and they seem to be heading towards down that way. And
Are
they
we
say,
going to
"All right,
go
let's
to-
get out of here," and they run off. So yeah,
Some
they don't
ways
want
to die,
anything.
by
They
the
don't
way.
want anything to do with the giant wolf.
Good choice. Good choice.
And so you guys have beaten these red-scarved individuals into submission with fear tactics.
Yeah.
Having a wolf.
I think Agate does like a quick like check-in and then turns around and walks back out of town.
Hey, you good? Yeah, we good. Okay, bye.
Yeah, basically.
Does that name ring a bell to me that they mentioned?
Halia? No.
Okay.
It would not make it means nothing to you.
Okay.
But the fact that Thieves Can't seems to have
Thieves can't.
provoked that reaction seems to, be something of significance.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys have the Stonehill Inn provisions. You guys have some things that you guys need to do, which is, return and or sell your supplies in town. As well as there is a number of places to go to.
So on the other cargo that we picked up, the lion head, would I recognize that symbol?
You don't recognize the symbol, but it is easy to find in the town.
Okay.
I will actually point it out to you because it's rather the sign's rather large. So there is the Lion Shield Coster right here. And there's Barthen's Provisions where you guys were originally supposed to sell things. There's also seems to be a chapel of some sort right here with a shrine. And again, as mentioned in the description, do while in town, go rumor milling, go check out the various places in town, go to town hall,
Get mugged.
Get mugged.
Perhaps.
There's various things to do. I will say that it is coming on evening at this point because you guys got in rather late, so things are closing up. Not necessarily the town is closing down, for the night, but it is
Moving
closing
into
up.
nightlife instead
Yeah.
of day.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie. Hello?
Hello.
It's
well.
kind of working. It stopped like completely, so I missed like a few seconds, but it's fine, I guess.
Oh, what?
There's just a lot of places to go to. That's all I was explaining.
Yeah. Okay.
So what would you guys like to do? Would you guys like to split up first of all?
Well, I think first things first, we should offload as much supplies as possible, because if we split up, it's easy for someone to get jumped. So if we want to give back rations and such, we should do that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can do that together then. And then we can go and, well, I know what I want to look for rumors on.
I will join you because I believe that is part of why I'm here.
Indeed, we're going to find out more about our mysterious necromancer.
All right. Anyone? Okay, so we're going to Barthen's or the Lion Shield first.
I was going to talk to you, Violet, and say that we should probably go to Barthen's and sell whatever provisions that Rosalind wanted to sell, and then we go to the Lion Shield tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So she would tell you that she's going to get the children into bed and get herself, well rested. She will leave it to you. All you have to do is basically give them the bill of sale.
Okay. Yeah, then I would do that.
So Barthen's is first. Everybody's going, I assume.
Yeah, we're going to stick in a group, I think.
Is Cirrus bringing the wolves in as well?
I mean, would you guys come out and should we talk about the fact that there's no guards?
Yeah, maybe we can convene and talk and stuff. That makes sense. That would be yes.
Okay. I guess Cirrus would be like, oh, cool. I mean, if there's no guards, is everything legal then? I feel like that's how it works, right?
I don't think that's how that works.
While they were waiting and Agate went back outside, he would have explained to Cirrus what he had seen and the people with the red bandanas kind of patrolling around and walking specifically in that one area that I found. So
just because there aren't guards doesn't mean we can bring the wolves in with us.
yeah, exactly.
So we kind of have to make that decision because part of the thing was we were going to offload a lot of these wolves
to the guards, of which there aren't any.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like we can bring them in, and if someone asks us to, take them out, we can't, to take
your killing machines outside, please?
What are you gonna do? You can't. Do you think you're gonna put them in the stable? Where are we? Where are you gonna put them overnight?
Oh, we could sneak them in the room.
Cannot sneak them into the rooms.
Oh, we could easily sneak them into the rooms.
We could not.
Agate looks at you dead in the eye and goes, "No."
Oh, come on! Listen, we get Agate. We get Agate a trench coat. Okay, he could easily fit 5 dogs in that.
3 goblins in a trench coat? Is that what you're saying? No, would not work.
Have you tried?
I didn't say anything about goblins.
Have I tried?
Yeah, have you tried the 3 goblins in a trench coat trick?
Well, there was this one time off the coast of the Rose Thorn. You all probably never heard of it. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. You know what? The story doesn't matter. It just didn't work out. No.
Definitely need to hear this story sometime.
Nope, you've suggested this. We're waiting for the story now.
Get a few drinks into me, and the story will be yours.
Fine.
Then I looked at Ajay. I'm like, okay, what do you suggest? I mean, I think sneaking in dogs is the best. I bet the room has a window. Open up the window, boom. That's now a doghouse.
Realistically, we could just rotate who camps with them.
And it's an option.
Yeah, no, he's still looking at Siri no.
Come on! Do you know how many animals I used to sneak into my room all the time?
He gives you a look of, yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
Like
that's why
he
I'm
knew
saying
about
no.
every single one about. He knew
Yeah.
sneaking is not the word that he would
No,
describe.
no, she's not. She was not good at it.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying no.
Yeah, no.
Alright, then what do you want to do about it?
I think he at that point had like started setting up like a small camp outside of town, and he just kind of points to it.
But we've already done a lot of camping. I
I live
want
here
beds.
He just looks at you and goes, "You can go."
But I want the puppies. Can I at least have one puppy?
No.
What? You're being greedy.
He just blinks at her.
Let me have one puppy in the room.
No.
Oh, come on.
These puppies are half your size.
I'm tiny. That doesn't count for anything.
Kind of just raises an eyebrow. I guess we could put it to a vote. All in favor of leaving the puppies out here.
Like it raises his hand.
She's so upset, but she's like, fine.
As much as I like a good time, I don't think this is the time to have one.
All right. So, who's staying outside the town first?
Probably, I get.
I start walking back to town and I just wave my hand. Y'all have fun.
All right.
If you need someone to stay with you, I will come back after Mina and I have taken care of our business.
Kind of shrugs. Like, as if to say, like, yeah, you can if you want to.
Sure, whatever, man.
I'm gonna leave clearly upset.
Yeah.
All right. So, back towards Barthen Supplies. As you head in to the shop, there is a lean balding man. He's not struggling with all the supplies that he has in his hands, but he is trying to like do too much at once. He's trying to like shelve things that are really high up and somewhere in the middle, and it's like he looks like he's about to drop some things.
I summon an unseen servant.
Bit extra, but okay.
Bard, okay, dude. And
And
the
how does it help?
unseen servant collects the burdensome objects so he may arrange them properly and unburdened.
Oh! Jumpin' Jehoshaphat!
Because
What is going on?
What the hell is a Jehoshaphat?
you looked a little bit, well, overwhelmed.
Well, thank you. How can I help you?
We have this bill of sale. Bill of sale?
Bill
Bill
of
of
sale. Yeah.
sale.
Bill of sale for you to take a look at. We are companions of Rosalind Kale.
Ah, excellent. And begins reading it over. The things outside?
I sure hope so. Did we bring the cart with us?
Yes.
Could be.
Yes.
Most of the stuff should be outside.
Most.
Great. I'll make sure I'll check the arrangement and where's the old elf?
He is one of the things that did not make it outside.
Oh yeah, he got kidnapped.
Not quite how. Okay, yep. I mean, yes.
Hey,
Technically correct. We're
Details. He's not.
we
with
didn't
me,
kidnap him,
unfortunately.
to be clear.
I really feel like he probably didn't think we kidnapped him, but
Look, I'm just being.
I see.
I would hope. Oh man, Violet would be with us right now to clear this up, but she's not.
there was a attack on the road. We rescued Mrs. Cal and the children, and most of the supplies. Were probably going to head out for Rosalind here soon.
I see.
Speaking of, has your town been attacked by goblins lately or recently?
Shakes his head. No, the skellies outside are always patrolling the place, so.
And
No,
is
now
that
we
why
have-
you have no guards patrolling the town?
Oh, that's not why we don't have any guards patrolling the town. As he's like looking behind his counter, digging for a large lockbox.
why don't you have guards? And does that make everything legal?
I don't know if it makes everything legal, but well, red brands.
The men who also attempted to jump us.
The gentleman with the red scarves, I'm assuming.
Nods. They've been shaking down businesses around here. Town master, they pretty much give him the bird, if you know what I mean.
Well, maybe we need to clean up town a bit.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna do that, as he sets gold down, he sets the 50 gold down, 10 gold for each person. If you're gonna take care of it, I mean, they often go to the Sleeping Giant, right next to the inn, honestly. And I will point it out for you because he would give you proper directions to it. Boop.
And have they hurt people?
I don't know about hurting anybody. I pretty much keep to myself. You might want to check in with the innkeeper. He knows a bit more about the situation, or the town master.
Townmaster seems to be the most important party that might have something to say about this. Given that it's his town, you would say.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust the town master as far as I could throw him, but we elected him, so, you know, that's the way it goes, I guess.
Why
What's
don't you
the
elect him if you
townmaster's
can't
name?
trust him?
I'm sorry, there was, like, so many people talking at
Sorry.
once.
Go, Noah.
Why would you elect him if you didn't trust him?
Because, well... was what we thought was what the town needed. Then the Red Brands moved in and he rolled over like a dog. It's been 2 months and they've been extorting everybody, bullying everybody.
Town Master's name perhaps Halia by chance?
Halia? No.
Does the name like spark anything in him?
Yeah,
Like,
he does. It does. It does. Let me find her info real quick. Make sure. No. Halia is the person that does the miners exchange. You know, you take your things there, they exchange your gold for, well, gold.
Unprocessed for processed,
Mm-hmm.
essentially.
Interesting.
Yeah, she's been great ever since she got here.
Sus.
Okay. Has the Raban given you any trouble?
I mean, it gives everybody trouble.
Even Halia?
Not her. I'm not sure how or what she's done,
When did she arrive?
but I'm assuming it's because she pays them well to leave her alone. Oh, she's been here for quite a while. She just happens to, you know. I've lived here for 50 years, so you see people come and go. She set up shop. Those individuals came in recently. They don't mess with her, but I assume it's because she has the money for it.
Could you point me to her shop by chance?
Yeah, of course. And it's a bit late though. You probably won't catch her today.
Of course.
Very interesting.
So, I sell various goods around here, and I'll point out that he sells anything that's adventuring gear. If you look it up on the 5e Tools website or anywhere else, anything that's adventuring gear under 25 gold.
Okay. That's good to keep in mind.
All right.
Can't think of anything I want to buy right now, though.
Yep. If there's anything else you'd like to, else you'd like to ask, now's the time. Otherwise, we'll move on.
Appreciate
No,
your
I
time,
think
sir.
let's get that other stuff returned.
I will point out that you guys do have a wolf problem. You might want to ask about.
Wolves? What?
Right. So, if we happen to say have large unconventional pets, would it,
That's one way to put it.
would it be a town problem for us to bring them in?
Yes and no. What kind of pets are you talking about? You're not bringing like a fire elemental in, right? And he starts laughing.
Or direwolf?
I mean, not quite. But that's not what I was talking about. How would you feel about, per se, wolves?
Me personally, I mean, I don't trust any wolves. But I do know a man that might be able to help out. He's a farmer. He runs he runs the Oakard on the north side of town.
Kurt?
Okay, would he just like be able to store them for us while we're in town?
He does have a loft for you.
Okay.
And he will point out Eater Math Orchard. Orchard?
Orchard.
It's orchard.
Place where you grow trees. Orchard.
Or card.
Fuck.
Orc cards, where you fight orcs.
Although I imagine
Yeah,
if
sure.
you had an orchard that grew oak, you could call it an oakard. But that would be silly.
Okay. So do we want to send someone out to go let Agate know this while the rest of us try to take the stuff back to the Lions boys?
Not it.
Okay, I'll know.
What part? Talking to your brother?
Yeah.
I'll go talk to him.
Okay, go for it.
I guess she skips off to go and tell him that we may have a place for the wolves to stay.
Kind of weird to see her skip in that skull hat.
We don't talk about it, let's let her do
Of
her.
course, you guys let Mina go alone.
Jeez.
It's okay, I can't get in trouble.
Okay, you didn't roll
Trouble.
into it. All right.
Oh, I'm almost disappointed now.
You could have just died.
Hey, could be interesting. You never know. Dying.
Dying is always fun. Except when it's not.
All right. So you make it to Agate.
Hmm?
Let Agate know. Agate, what do you do?
Did she tell him when they're gonna do this? Or, because if not, he's
don't-
just gonna assume they're doing it right now.
We don't have a time. I think she just says, like, there might be someone at the orchard at the edge of town that might be able to house the pups, the wolf. You need to talk to them about it, of course.
Okay, he nods and gets up, and it's starting to look like he's about to ready to get them all into town to do it right now.
Okay. I don't think Mina sees any problem with that.
Okay?
I don't think they said not to do it right now, so
Yeah,
No.
but where's the rest of the group going?
They're going to the lion place, Jigger, right?
Lion Shield Coster.
That one.
Is that where you guys? Is that where the other three are going?
I think that's what we were. We were
Okay.
gonna go return the shit.
Okay. So we'll do the Lion Shield Coster because that's a bit quicker.
The lions for good Jigger.
Oh, it was already open. Here we are. Yeah, there's a above the front door. There's a trading post sign that's shaped like a wooden shield and has a blue lion on it. Yay!
Pikachu surprise.
So as you enter this place,
Sorry, can I say something real quick before we go in?
yeah,
So this is the bar where the guys who tried to mug you are, right?
No.
No.
No,
Which
that's
bar is this?
the sleeping giant in the
Sleeping Giant.
this is where the bar is. This is where they think the I was trying to move. Hold on, let me see if I can put that back where it was. Nope. Okay. Well, I give up. So this building right here is where they said the Barthen had said that they hide out in.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the Halia person works at,
The
and this is
miners exchange, yeah.
and then this is where the barrels of goods that you had that were stolen and that was in the cave, it matches that description of the lion.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got confused as to which one
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were talking to.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
We're working with a lot of proper nouns here. That's never good.
All right, so the as you enter in, you hear, but Miss Greywind, don't Miss Greywind me. Damn it. How am I supposed to pay you if we don't have any of the supplies? I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do. Then Miss Greywind, I'm sorry, but I've got to find work from somewhere. Please, no, don't leave. I'm sure we can work this out.
Gonna knock on the frame of the door, like, "Hello, we are here."
What do you want?
Well, we had something of yours we found while we were looking for something of ours, I suppose. We found some supplies.
Supplies? And she pushes the young man that she was talking to the side. Did any of them happen to have a lion just like this one? And she points up at the sign.
Perhaps. But shall we start over? Raylan, nice to meet you. Your name?
Linning Greywind.
Pleasure. Miss Greywind?
And the young man approaches and says, Miss Greywind, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do. Wait, please. Fine. Go. And the young man walks out the door. Come in, come in. Please and thank you. As she gestures to the three of you. Well then, how can I help you? Or, well, how can you help me?
Well, as my friend was saying, perhaps we ran into some cargo that might be yours. Perhaps you can identify it.
Well, where is it?
I point outside.
She hurriedly heads outside. Begins looking at the cargo. Yes, this is all it! Oh, thank goodness. I had hoped that the Yartar would have sent some things. Oh, okay. Could you help me get these things inside? My help has run out
Walk
for
out.
the day.
Did you thank us yet? I don't remember hearing a thank you. Could be a cloud in my ear.
Yes, I'll pay you in just a moment.
I didn't even say pay. I said thank you.
Though we would not be opposed to pay.
perhaps we should get your help. Maybe he'll stay now that you have your cargo.
I apologize. I know I can be a bit
Bitchy.
rude.
I gotta look at Siri like, damn, you're like going for a throat for no fucking reason.
She was rude to us. We literally did something out of the kindness of our heart. She's been nothing but rude.
It's understandable. She's lost a lot of cargo and her help.
I mean, I'm not surprised she lost her help. She's mean.
We want a working business relationship here, and we're really not trying for it. All right, that's fine.
I will say, she didn't say that last part, like that bit, but she's just like, yeah, she has been a little
Thank you
testy.
for your assistance. Could I trouble you to help me bring the things into my store?
Of course.
Please. And she says that through gritted teeth.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Cyrus does not help bring anything in because she's super weak.
I will also help bring in stuff.
Alright, so as she brings in the things, she grumbles about damn red brands and hope they never come around her shop ever again, and so on and so forth. She's not talking to you all per se, she's just grumbling about it.
To be fair, I did get the implication that this was taken by goblins.
Yeah,
Oh, were they?
yeah, it was goblins.
I see. Well then,
I don't know if
I
that really
still-
makes it any better.
I'm still not going to do any business with them.
No, I mean, I will tell you that you
Understandable.
don't have to worry about those goblins anymore. So, like, there's a plus.
She huffs as she lets down another box, and looks over at you all. I assume you're new in town.
You
Just
can
got in.
say that.
You stay away from the Sleeping Giant tap house.
That's been made pretty clear to us, yes.
Do they have any good ale and tap, though?
Yeah, your blood generally.
I have something to say about that, but
That doesn't taste good.
you never tasted my blood. Anyway,
Do you even bleed, Siri?
Are you telling me to? Oh, do I bleed? Yes.
She bleeds Cloud.
I was thinking it would be
leaks.
like condensation
Just
of it.
water.
Yeah, it might be like really watery blood.
Just leaks.
It's horrible.
She sets down in front of you guys 50 gold. Thank you for your assistance. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm sorry my tongue can be a bit mean. But
Happens.
if there's anything I can do to help, I can help. So long as you're not working with those damn red brands. She looks over at Rylan, trying to make sure that he's not wearing any like red scarves or anything like that, because he is wearing red.
just red coat. Don't have to worry
You're
about.
not working with them, are you?
They threatened my life, so absolutely not. Or not my life, but they threatened me and my friends. I could care less about them.
Well, good.
But they did mention a name that piqued my interest, though. Perhaps you could what do you think of what's the name again?
Halia,
Halia.
you stay away from that woman.
Oh,
I can't trust anyone that makes that much money without me knowing where it's coming from.
It is always odd when someone brings in a lot of cash they can't explain.
It's not that it's unexplainable, it's just she's
She's
almost
more than me.
too good at it.
At mining, that is.
It's not the mining. She is a miner's exchange, but nearby streams and valleys are pretty good for independence.
do you see a lot
But
of?
again, since
Yeah.
we're the only, it's almost she's set up here deliberately. There's no other place around here that can really offer the business that we provide in this town.
It is.
I mean, that's just good business sense, is it not?
Yeah.
She shrugs. I still don't trust her.
Fair enough.
Don't trust many travelers. Well, not travelers. Foreign merchants. And she means foreign as in like...
Out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Them darn wild avians.
Pretty much.
And have you brought your complaints to the town master?
She huffs as she waves him off. That man will just rolled over at the first sign of anything.
Sounds
Besides,
I've heard
she
that
brings
multiple
in-
times now, yes.
Besides, she brings in good money. Not much to say for it when you do that kind of thing for the town.
I suppose you're correct.
Anyways, I do armor and weapons. If you need anything, let me know.
Appreciate that. Good luck with you and your business.
I can give you a discount, but that's the best I can do.
Of course, you still have to do business yourself.
Anyways, thank you.
You have yourself a good night.
And we'll switch over to the orchard. So first thing you realize, Agate and Mina, are you guys walking through the road, or are you guys like going around?
I mean, going on the road.
Yeah, that's fine.
The road seems more reasonable.
Yeah, that's fine. So people are avoiding you, but not like running. They're more like standing to the side, just like whispering
What the
about you
fuck?
as you. Yeah, pretty much. And as you approach the orchard, you're realizing that it smells rather pleasant.
Like apples, perhaps.
Close. It's actually peaches.
Peaches. Interesting.
You guys see in the orchard right on the outskirts, you see like a basket filled with peaches. And a half-elven man looking at his tree writing some notes down on what it seems to be some kind of clipboard. All right, we have settled 5 from this tree, 7. It's 12. Got
Do the wolves
Total
look like
of-
they're gonna bolt at the peaches? Or
No.
do they? Okay, yeah.
they have no
Yeah,
they have no interest in.
Yeah, okay.
Root.
They are wolves, not dogs, and therefore do not pursue
Don't
starch.
care. Yeah, okay.
He seems to have not noticed either of you.
Agat's not gonna be the one to speak up.
I'm trying. I've been trying to speak up. I don't know why my mic's not picking it up. Hello.
He
Big old
spins.
wave.
He turns. He turns to, like, greet you. Sees the wolves. Immediately seems to reach for the short sword that you didn't notice at his side.
No need for that. We're here just here to talk. We have a business proposition for you.
I see.
Are you the proprietor of this orchard?
I'm Darren Eatermath. Yes.
Wonderful. We were
Uh,
told.
As you're looking at this man, you're realizing he's really old, but he's also extremely, he's built. Not like Agate built, but
Jacked old man.
he is a jacked old man.
Okay, swole old man.
He's
Swole
Old man.
he is silver haired, which both of you would know that means he's probably over 100 years old. Which
Whose
is
hot dad is this?
I mean, that is it is Wizards of the Coast, because that is how he is described. So, how can I help you?
Told that you have a loft available. Is this correct?
Available? Yes, but can I help with that? How exactly?
Well, she gestures to the
He looks very concerned about the wolves.
animals. Yes. We need a place to put up our fluffy friends.
Fluffy friends is so good.
I see.
For a short period of time where they won't get
He
into
holds
trouble.
up a hand to interrupt you. Why don't we come into my orchard? You're scaring the neighbors. Then we can talk there.
Of course.
And he leads you farther into the orchard just to, get them out of eyesight.
Mm-hmm. And to murder us, presumably.
Yeah, and to murder you.
I mean,
Not
anyone,
Agate, though. Not Agate, though.
It would be,
Just me.
He doesn't even know Agate at this point. As he does, he seems to clear away some space, and there seems to be a stump where he suggests that you sit.
Mm.
And he leans up against the tree and folds his arms. So, what's this all about?
It is as I said, plainly. We have our pets that we need to house for a short period of time.
Looks at the wolves. Looks at you both. Looks at the wolves. Those aren't yours.
Smiles. What do you mean?
Those aren't yours.
Said Agate.
No.
Then whose do you suppose that they are?
I don't know, but they don't listen very well. As he looks over at the pups,
Hmm.
and they're now wrestling. Seeming to have
they
become bored.
Yeah. Has Adjit heard the command of, like, heal enough in Goblin to be able to say it?
Give me a straight wisdom.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he just looks over at them and says the command word.
They all go down, lay down, including the big one. And Darren slowly begins to rub his chin. That sounded like Goblin.
You're quite right.
What's the story?
The goblins don't have any need of them anymore.
You cleared them out?
Most of them, yes. It didn't seem right to simply exterminate them. Wolves.
I mean, okay, you said wolves at the end. I was gonna say, Agate was gonna look at you like, huh? You wanted to murder them all, what the fuck?
Walks over to you, Mina, and puts a hand out. Darren Eatermath, retired member of the Order of the Gauntlet. And go ahead and roll a history check.
Okay. Yeah, she shakes his fan and introduces herself, Mina Jess. And a bad at history.
Well, you know the Order of the Gauntlet is pretty much just like the paladins. They're the heroes do well type of characters. They go out and destroy evil, enforce justice, enact retribution, that kind of thing. That's the most that you know.
Sure. Okay. Well. Good to meet you.
I appreciate someone who's willing to take out the goblins like you did. Unfortunately, I'm too old for all this now. Yeah, I can put your beasts up for a little while. They're trained?
Modestly. I can teach you a few words of Goblin that they may listen to. I wish I could guarantee.
What do you mean?
I'm just not sure if they'll listen to you. They've been very obedient to us so far.
I see. Well, I'll put them up for the day. Let's say 3 gold.
Sure. Just like
Actually, looks at the big one. Make it 5.
Oh, okay. So like rifles through her pockets.
I mean, Agate will pull out gold too. Shit.
Thank you. And looks over at Mina. So, what's with your friend? Does he not talk?
Oh, he can talk. He just doesn't always do it.
I see.
Say hi, Agate.
He, like, frowns slightly and does like a nod of acknowledgement.
See, he did.
He doesn't like being told to speak.
She's just teasing him, but yeah.
Yeah.
Walks over to Agate, holds out a hand.
Yeah, he'll shake it.
Well, actions are better than words, after all.
Yeah,
Look like a man of action.
He nods in like complete agreement.
Well, stay away from the ones with the red scarves. You'll probably not get too accosted by them, but
He kind of sighs and goes, "They've already messed with us once."
Mina almost claps. He's talking.
Yeah.
You know the gesture that she's doing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll say, damn that glass staff.
And then he kind of smirks slightly and goes, "But they ran when they saw me and the wolf."
Yeah, well, they stay off my orchard too. Fortunately enough, I still know my way around a sword. As he pats his side. Unfortunately, I'm not very good with dealing with their leader.
do you know about this leader?
His name's Glassstaff. That's not. That's all I know, other than the fact that, well, he can do magic.
I mean, with a name like Glassstaff, that doesn't surprise me very much.
Yeah, they sit underneath the manor.
Under the manor.
Yeah, east side of town.
Well, that's interesting information. We may be able to rid you of another problem. Although, again, it would be
Well,
better.
if either one of you ever feel the need to keep striking down evil like you seem to be, you can join the Order of the Gauntlet if you'd like.
That's an interesting idea, but I'm just a bard.
He shrugs. Well, offer's open to you. Let's go see about your beast. As he takes you guys over to a nearby shed.
And we'll go splitsies on the cost for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that's where we're gonna end for today, I think. You guys have some information and some things to do and some ruffians to beat the shit out of.
Yay, ruffian.
Nice.
Hey, ruffians. Indeed.
It is fun to beat on some ruffians.
Sometimes we're the ruffians. It's fine.
We're never ruffians.
Some of us are often ruffians.
We're ruffians on Wednesdays. We're not ruffians on Mondays.
I'm not a
What?
ruffian.
I'm not a ruffian.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm a pirate. There's a difference.
Exactly.
Fuck.
I mean, the difference would be a boat and a crew, and you're short one of those.
I mean, right now you're short both.
True.
Oh. Now I just feel
Both of you are.
sad. Now I just feel sad for Dedinia. I need a crew. It's the biggest reason I feel like she probably hasn't even like. I want to find one, but she'd be like, I don't want a new family.
Oh,
Mm.
if Raylan ever met like Deanie, I'm like, do you want to join?
Yes, I'm captain.
I would have an issue with that, but
Yeah,
I'm
no,
captain.
I was immediately going to be like, and she decides she's captain. So,
I'm captain.
yeah, that's not gonna.
I mean, you can be captain on like weekends.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Get the kids on the weekends.
Okay, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you get to be captain.
And all of a sudden, you find yourself without a crew again,
Well,
marooned on an island.
you think an island's gonna stop her? She'll jump right into the water and then become a monster.
Marooned
Sure.
on-
She found a new crew.
I mean, it's not really a new crew.
Yeah, you kind of get the old one back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stick around. They're always with you, you know.
In your nightmares.
In spirit.
In your nightmares.
Vile.
In spirit. Ha ha ha.
Glad you guys enjoyed session for as much as we did, because Pog.
Yeah, we got
Doggies and doggies.
yeah, at this point, it's like, God, what the fuck do we do with these dogs? They don't listen to us. Probably never going to listen to us.
No, they do listen to us.
I think we're in better shape than that.
I mean, they listen to Mina and Cirrus when she casts a spell. They listen to no one else.
They listen to Ajay.
Kinda.
Yeah, and Mina's working on a manual.
I mean,
To
they're
be fair,
puppies.
this was the first session, and we spent 2 days with them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they are puppies.
At the very least, Dimitri seems down.
Yeah. He's not the one I'm worried about.
Yeah.
But we realistically shouldn't plan on keeping all of
No,
them
we should
anyway.
not.
No, they'll just get lightning bolted or something.
Uh-huh.
Right, Chris?
And then Siri will be very upset.
Oh, yeah.
I'm already
I mean-
planning on like trying to convince this man
To
he
keep them.
wants one
Yeah.
at least.
I mean,
Seems like a pretty chill guy.
it's just Pip that's the problem.
Yeah, just get rid of Pep Smile.
Someone's got to get lost in the woods.
Fuck.
So
Okay.
Chubbs just
fucking
wants
be
to
you.
eat. Chubbs just wants to eat. He's just like,
Yeah,
give food.
Chubbs would be a
Chubb
great.
could just be a dog. Like,
Oh, but
Feed-
he's a dog that's like the food bill is massive.
Feed me.
I
Chubbs is like,
am.
I don't have to hunt things down. I don't have to kill. I can just eat.
I'm almost done with the sketches, and I fucking love them today.
Cirrus and Pip, Cirrus Jr. and Pip would like hunt the thing, and Chubbs would go over and like.
Nom nom nom.
Chubbs, they would like speed off, and Chubbs would be like, "It's so, you guys get him, I'll catch up."
I'm here. I helped.
Chubbs
Alright,
is
what's
also
our-
really cute.
What's our titles for the day?
Invisible penis, and we've entered the bone zone.
Nice.
Nice.
Invisible penis. No, it's secret penis, isn't it? It's a secret.
disability accessible thing.
Actually, yeah, I think I like that one. DFP the most. Disability.
DFP.
DFP, you know?
The good old DFP.
You know.
God damn it.